Hey everybody, welcome to Dave TV for the 11th of July 2013. So Dan Hellie is leaving Channel 4. He's the top sports anchor over there at the NBC Comcast station, and he's heading to the NFL Network where he'll do a daily NFL show there from Los Angeles. So congratulations to him. I don't know, I guess you can say, Dan Hellie, you're no George Michael, you're no Glenn Brenner. I mean, he's a nice guy and he's credible and all that, but, and he'll do fine, I'm sure, at NFL Network. But, we just don't have those sports guys. TV business is changing, and, there are just a rotating, local TV news now, especially news and weather and so many stations, has just become, especially sports and weather, just becoming a revolving door. People in and out, hardly get to know them when they're gone. So, you look at local TV news and you figure, they're saying, they're obviously saying salaries have got to go down, right? They're not paying, superstar talent anymore. And probably that's what happened with Dan. I said, hey, I've been here 7 years, I want this amount of money. And NBC said, no. And so he goes, okay, my contract's up, I'm heading out. So anyhow, you see Lindsay Zarniak go to NBC, go to ESPN, and you see Brett Haber go to the Tennis Channel, and you see, everybody's leaving. And I bet you it won't hurt, Dan Hellie leaving won't hurt Channel 4's ratings one iota, guaranteed, okay? It doesn't matter. Again, it's not George Michael, it's not Glenn Brenner, it's Dan Hellie. Well, you just got to tell the truth. That's the truth, man. I don't know. So local ratings, we got the big June ratings out yesterday. Nothing really terribly earth-shattering in them. Looking at the money demos, again, TOP, it's like the Energizer Bunny. It just, maybe takes a little dip and then comes right back. And they're right back at the top. They were, in the money demo, they had dipped to third place with AMU kind of notching up there. And in June, they're right back to number one. First place, solid first place finish for them. Wash, again, in the money demo, doing great. They're up substantially, 6th, 2nd place. And I really think, again, Wash is benefiting from the Mix 107.3 meltdown with Jack Diamond gone. Okay? They're benefiting from that. They've gone from 6th place in April, 4th place in May, to 2nd place in the money demo. And, Chili Con Carne's over there now. And, Lou Grant or Lou Katz, I think, there's a lot of rumors that Jack Diamond could end up on Wash. I can't imagine them putting him in mornings because Lou gets 2 good ratings. But, maybe middays, maybe afternoons. I wouldn't be at all surprised. He may, he would give some strength to Wash. A lot of the radio gurus are telling me. Hot 99.5, pretty much steady at 2nd place for the money demo. WAMU has dropped a little bit. They were 1st place in the money demo in April. They're down to 4th. HUR, pretty steady at 5th place. MMJ, steady at 6th. KYS, pretty steady at 7th place in that money demo. Big, steady in 8th. MZQ's up. MZQ is up from about 13th or 14th up to 9th place. So they're seeing a slight rise. DC 101, very steady at 9th place. Surprisingly, Fresh 94.7 at 11th place. Again, I'm not seeing a big rise in them with a mixed meltdown, but they're nibbling at that top 10 there, so they're doing pretty well. Surprisingly, when you look at Mix 107.3's ratings, even with Jack Diamond gone, their numbers aren't all that awful. In the money demo, they were 10th back in April when Jack was with them. This was probably for March. And then they're now 12th. So overall, the station isn't being clobbered. But when you look at the morning numbers, 10th with Jack Diamond, they're down to 18th now with Bert Weiss. So yeah, they are getting a little bit of a kick there, but it's not a total meltdown. Did I say meltdown? I didn't mean it. Money demo, GTS at 13th place, tied with Praise, also at 13th place. PGC at 15th again. The morning show just ain't clicking. It takes a licking, and it just ain't clicking. Pablo there, 20th place. They're going to need better numbers in mornings for PGC to get back to its glory days. El Zal at 16th place. They're down quite a bit from 13th and 12th place the previous 2 months. JFK, 17th place. Staying there. No big changes. Junk's down a little bit to 13th place in that money demo. WTEM, 18th place. MAL, 19th place in the money demo. Again, they're skewing old. There is an upward trend for the morning show with Larry and Brian there. They were 15th place in April. They're now 12th place, so they are improving. But, you know, it's old folks listening, baby. So anyhow, where's WNEW? Where's WNEW? Oh, 27th place. They're down. Down from 25th place in April. Mornings are down from 26th to 28th place, and afternoons are down from 23rd to 24th place. Again, it's all down, 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 down for them. I don't know. I'll tell you, they need a Northern Virginia signal. They need a signal on the west side of the metro. CBS needs to figure out a way to get a relay or simulcast for WNEW on the west side of the DC metro. Either get 94.7, 94.3 down there in Warrenton, which Dan Snyder owns, or better yet, get 99.9 in Frederick. I think 99.9 in Frederick, which is apparently up for sale in that Aloha Trust from Clear Channel, that would be a great signal, because then you'd have 99.1 for the eastern side of the metro and 99.9 for the western side of the metro, and they're both 99, so that would be great marketing. You just say WNEW 99, you know, 99.1, 99.9. I think that would be great. They need, if CBS is serious about some ratings on that station, they need a signal in the West Metro. And I've said that too many times. Okay, good friend of mine, Rob from Parts North, sent me a batch of really cool memorabilia yesterday, and this is really neat. One of the cool top 40 stations of all time was KYA out in San Francisco, and they had a little newspapery thing called the Beat. This was December 17th, 1966. And this is way cool, and that's Mickey Jagger there on the front page, and this is the Christmas edition of the Beat. So it's a little newspapery thing, you know, Merry Christmas, and then there's little stories about, you know, music and stuff, and a quiz on the Monkees, and the Lovin' Spoonful, and the Beatles, and the Youngbloods, and then we have the KYA Top 30 there, and look who's there. Yep, there he is, Johnny Holliday. Johnny Holliday, our own great Johnny Holliday, 3 to 6 p.m. on KYA, 1966. And, of course, Johnny Holliday also did the Hullabaloo show for NBC when he was out there in California. He came east in the late 60s and then worked at WWDC for many years. And then, you know, he's been all over the radio dial here in Washington, and currently, of course, is the voice of the Terps there on the radio. And there's WOOK. Really, this is from the the Pittsburgh Courier. The Pittsburgh Courier. The Pittsburgh Courier. That's what it says. Why would there be an ad for WOOK in the Pittsburgh Courier? But anyhow, I didn't even notice that. I thought this was the Washington paper. It's the Pittsburgh Courier. Well, anyhow, whatever. There's an ad for Washington's WOOK in the Pittsburgh Courier. Okay, I know what it is. This is probably a black newspaper, right? And it was probably distributed in the Washington area. So, okay, I'll figure it out. Anyhow, WOOK, 1340 on your dial. Cliff Holland, Elder Sherman Howard, a steady Eddie Washington Tex Gathing. Okay, Winks 1600 on your dial, and WOOK 1340 on your dial. A classic Washington radio memory in a Pittsburgh newspaper. Okay. I got this and I opened it up and I said, oh, well, it's a Washington paper. And then I didn't look, and I just did. So I'm doing my homework here. And some other cool things. A BET pass, the early days of, well, not really, I guess the middle days of BET. They're a Prince pre-show reception, and mix 95.1. Those are all from our good friend Rob there, up there. That's Hagerstown, right? Hagerstown area, right? Yeah. So very good. Thank you very much, Rob. I really do appreciate it, and lots of cool stuff from Rob there. But I'm going to really. This is really cool. I love old top 40 radio, and I will rummage through every inch of this and read every word. Okay, folks. What else is going on today? Change at WGTS. Kevin Kruger will be the new head. He comes from the Northwest of the United States, up there in the Washington, Oregon, Idaho area, where he's been running Positive Life Radio. He will be running the Christian contemporary station WGTS, which does very well in the ratings here in the Washington area, replacing John Conrad, who died of pneumonia back in January. John was a good guy, as I said. I love John. Cool guy, really dedicated to his station, and we miss him. But so there's some change there at WGTS. And listening to Buzz Burbank, go to the Sadly Lacking Radio podcast. It's from my good friend out there in Australia. He does a Sadly Lacking Radio podcast. He's actually from the Washington area. I can't think of his name off my back because my brain's going. But anyhow, what do we call him? Mr. Oz. The Sadly Lacking Radio podcast. Buzz Burbank talks about his split from Mike O'Mara. Kind of interesting stuff there. Plus, if you listen to Buzz, he really makes a nice little love note to me, which is very sweet. You know, I said some stuff about Buzz, I guess, in my interview with Sadly Lacking Radio podcast a while back, and Buzz was teary-eyed. I like Buzz. I think Buzz is great. Buzz is great. I had lunch with Buzz a couple years ago. Where was that? Somewhere down in Fairfax. We had a real nice talk. And we're planning to do lunch again someday. I'm sure of that. So great for Buzz. And Buzz just buzzes on, right? All right, folks. Thanks for watching Dave TV for the 11th of 7/11. Have to go to get my free Slurpee today. Live long and prosper.